film, we've had nothing but sellouts. We've had 14 screenings and 12 sellouts, and in total I think we haven't filled 130 seats, which was at 2 screenings, so otherwise it's been full all the way around.
For the last 12 months or so, our community has been rallying together and to push back against coal seam gas. We are within a petroleum exploration licence, or a PEL, that is owned by AGL, and all of our community consistently does not want AGL's presence.
The CEC issue at the moment is obviously pretty poignant, so it's an election issue. So what we're finding is we're just shoring up our opposition, but we're also converting people that were sitting on the fence or not entirely sure about the coal seam gas industry. And I'm not an activist. I don't put myself in the activist bracket. And that's one of the pigeonholes I've been really trying to keep out of, because I'm not an activist. If you ask me, am I against coal mining? Well, I'm just against irresponsible mining in general. But am I against mining? No, we need mining. And we've got to be realistic, and we need coal, we need steel, and we need to build the solar panels, so we need coal. So that's just the reality.
The overriding concern for the community up in the mountain districts, and broadly speaking on the Central Coast about coal seam gas, is really two things. It is the impact to the water supply, and also the threat of the industrialisation of the landscape.
It's not something that you expect. You move the country for a bit of peace and quiet, and to have a different lifestyle. And what I found was an industrialised industry that wanted to come over and ruin my way of life. So, at the end of the day, the coal seam gas industry has been born out of greed. We have plenty of gas in this country. We know that. We've got plenty of offshore reserves, and we can get at it quite safely.
We're an apolitical organisation, right? So we're purely community-based. But we recognise that it's really only the politicians that can prevent this going ahead. The Minister for Resources and Energy, currently Mr. Anthony Roberts in the Liberal Party, in the Baird government, he holds the power to grant and the power to cancel these petroleum exploration licences. And whilst we've now very recently sat down with Mr. Roberts, I have to say that this whole journey has been very enlightening as to the true level of representation that our politicians represent for the community.
Participate. We don't vote, we don't participate, and I was one of those people. And I'm only speaking from experience. That's why I know, because I didn't care about politics. When in actual fact, it should be one of the most important things. You should donate $5, $10, $1, whatever you've got, to your local political party that you believe in. Because right now, the big businesses are donating to those parties, and that's how they're getting these favourable decisions. It's not right, and it's our fault.
We very recently had a meeting with Mr. Anthony Roberts, the Minister for Resources and Energy, and it sort of feels like things are happening, albeit that this is this side of the polls, not the other side of the election. So let's hope that engagement continues after the election results.
Country, lock the gate. For the sake of our children.